Hey everyone, so recently I noticed that we're cutting into the spool board a little bit deep. So I made a program that kind of helps with that and can be a little faster to check. So we can go into programs, into maintenance, and then we'll go to we'll jump into testing tool path depth, and we get into this. We can test up to 3 different sets. If we go up here, I'm choosing what tool I want because that's the one that we threw in. It's going to cut to a depth of 0. The next one's going to cut to a depth of 0.1, and the next one is going to cut to a depth of 0.2. So you can see how far you're off and how much you have to change the bit to bring that up to 0. And then I've left the space so you know that this is your next set down here, and that's a different tool. It's the IC bit. So you go ahead and save that, throw it into your programming, the work list, or either the, what do we got here, the quote, and then we'll see it right there, maintenance testing. We'll start that, and we'll see what our product turns out to be. Okay, so now we have our 3 bits here that we just cut out to see where we're sitting. If we jump back to our 3/8, our regular one that we use every day, this is supposed to be 0, and you can see that we're not sitting level with the spool board, so we're digging in a little deep. And that's obviously a little deeper. This is 0.2, that's quite heavy. Our 3/8 IC bit, same thing, we're digging into the spool board just a little bit there. We could bring that up just a hair. Everything else is looking good. 1/4 inch, kind of same thing. We are just going into the spool board a little bit too, so we can bring that up. And to do that, we'll jump into the editor right down here, tool manager. You need to make sure that you are in level 5 or higher. We're in level 10, so we're good. We'll go into tools, and what are we doing? We did the 3/8 down, 3/8 2 flute compression. So our bit is going into the spool board too much, so we have to bring it up. So we have to make the bit longer to bring the tool up. Yeah, we got to make it longer. So I'd say that was going into the spool board at least a 0.1, maybe 1.5. So let's bring this up to, let's do 0.32. And that should hopefully bring that up. So made that adjustment. I'll make the other 2 adjustments, and I'll check back in and see where we're at. All right, so we just ran another test. 3/8 2 flute compression. This is 0 right here. And still going in a little deep, so we could bring that up just a hair, maybe like 0.05 or a little bit more than that. Our 3/8 IC, I don't think we could get it any better than that. I mean, you could if you really wanted, you could bring it up just a smidge more, but I think we'll leave it at that. That looks pretty good. Now we're down to our 1/4 inch. 0.2 looks good, 0.1's good, 0 is not quite on the board. So again, similar to the 3/8 2 flute compression, if we wanted to, we could just make that a little bit longer, so it just skims the surface there, so we know where it sits. So if you were to make it longer, you'd have to go into the editor and make the bit shorter to make it go deeper, make it longer. So that's a pretty quick and simple way of checking out where your depth of your tools are instead of running a whole sheet, because we're not sure if our depth tester is off by a little bit or whatnot. We don't know how to check that, but from the fly cut to the spool board, everything is zeroed in and it's looking perfect. So this is a simple way of checking where our depth of our bits are. So there you go. It's in maintenance and you can see where it is. So there you go. Thanks guys.